Never underestimate the one who was most looked down on, the most talked about, the most abused verbally, physically, emotionally, psychologically. Because that person that you've been counting out is the person that's going to become king. The person who will reign with righteousness. Like the story of Joseph. And I'm not a Christian. I'm never a Christian. I was born a Christian, but the way it was used, it's hard for me to be a Christian still because I know it was used to enslave our people. Not against it, but I just know how it was used. So for that reason, I'm not a Christian. But there are a lot of good principles in the Bible. As the story of Joseph, Joseph was favored by his father, and he chose to still be righteous even though his brothers sold him out. His brothers were jealous of him, and they sold him out. And he was incarcerated and in jail because of that. And also, a woman tried to say that he tried to get with her. He went through a lot of things. But guess what? After all of that, Joseph came out because he was so good at interpreting dreams. The king or whatever at the time said, "Hey, I'm gonna free you," and Joseph became free out of jail. And not only did he get his freedom, but he became king. And not only that, when he saw his brothers, he recognized them. Or no, I forget if he recognized them or not, or his brothers recognized them, but he didn't recognize his brothers. Or was it the other way around? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Christian. I wouldn't know. But all I know, the moral of the story, the people that have it the hardest and that go through life's challenges are only going through that to get to the success that they need to get to. And that's why when I go through a lot of pressure in life, I remember that song by Free Soul called Diamonds. Or with Diamonds, or is it Pressure? It's one of the two. Diamonds, where he said diamonds get made out of pressure because diamonds are formed through pressure. And to make that beautiful, think about it, to make that beautiful creation, that sparkle, how much pressure that thing must have went through, a whole lot of pressure. But when you see the after effect of the diamond, it's a beautiful creation. So it's motivation and inspiring because I know that through all this pressure that I'm going through, it's bound to pay off. Like I'm gonna look a year from now. I was like, a year from now, I'm gonna be like, I knew I was gonna get the support system. I knew the money was gonna come. I knew I was gonna get an apartment and be by myself. I knew that I was gonna get a cat because I like cats. I knew I was gonna get a cat. I knew that my African queen was gonna come one day. I knew that I was gonna get more conscious friends. I knew that I was gonna get the African clothing that I like. I knew that I was gonna be able to eat here. It's all gonna come. It's just patience.